All right, the Pickems for Div 6. I am here with. Go introduce yourself.
I'm Fungus. Hello, I'm coaching the same division as Stan right now.
Yeah, so we have a coach from our division. I will just be talking about teams and what teams we think will win the game. Uh, for the first matchup, I think this is your team, right? On the right,
Yeah, it's my team on the right. Yeah.
and you play Rellen, I think. I
Mhm.
I think you play
So you
Rellen.
want to say you want to
I'm
talk about you want to say the mods on my opponent's team, and I'll say mine.
Yeah, sure. Rellen has Dragapult, Simian Samurott, Volcarona, Gengar, Tinkaton, Torterra, which is the Terra Captain, Onmola, Okidogi, Bronzong, Scyther is also a Terra Captain.
And then on my side is Walking Wake, Corviknight, Gouging Fire, Sandy Shocks, Florges, Torkoal, Chinchino, who is one of my Terra captains with normal ice and fire. Then Bastiodon, another one of my Terra captains with Steel, Fighting, and Flying. And then Weavile, Trevenant, and then finally Hisui and Braviary.
Yeah, the first thing I notice is that uh, Sun goes pretty well here
Mm.
because his water type is not the most offensively, and he doesn't. I mean, his ground type is okay, but it's still ground grass, so your fire types can still hit hard.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And another thing, well, I'm not going to try and unveil every single thing about my prep because I've already done it, but one thing I've noticed is that he does have a bit of a weakness to Walking Wake. He doesn't really have a great switch into that. So, but I think it's just something I noticed.
Does it get freeze dry walking awake?
What?
Or does it get
Oh,
freeze dry walking awake?
no, it does not. I don't think so.
Yeah, Alamola kinda maybe does something, but that's not gonna take Dracos that well.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not taking a Draco.
I mean, if you go max AV Alamola or something, but it's uh,
But then you lose like so much utility on that Olomolamola with AV that it's like,
yeah,
do you really want to do that?
you kind of want to run leftovers and just full turn and whiz around.
Mm.
And I
Though at the same time, I do think my opponent does have some like genuine threats. Like the Gengar can be a bit of a problem, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like my main because Florges does take a lot of damage from like a Sludge Bomb or something. So because of that, it can cause some issues, I think.
Yeah, if it goes like Joy Specs, Gengar, like you're only two. Yeah, Florges attack, and I guess Chinko, or how you pronounce that guy, is also checked for if he Shadow Balls. But that's not
Mm.
gonna take like a different hit because that's not that crazy bulk.
And I do think Torterra can cause some issues with, especially with the Terras and stuff like that. So in
Yeah,
general, I think I don't want to, be super confident, but I do think I've got a better matchup here. I think I can more easily beat my opponent, but I do definitely think my opponent does have some really solid options against me.
yeah, for sure. Torterra is just a crazy Terra Captain as well.
Oh yeah, it's very scary that Shell Smash plus Terra is just like it's terrifying.
Yeah, but you can also run Mirror Herbs or anything just to make
Mhm.
Mirror Herb, let's say Weavile or Bravery Syrian can also be very threatening for him.
Oh yeah,
And Volcarona, if he brings this, is for Sugar and Boots because you have like three Stealth Rockers.
yeah.
So,
I've got a few Stealth Rockers, so I've definitely got options to put them on the field.
yeah, I don't think Volcarona is the greatest in this game, but you never know.
No, no, Gouging Fire kind of just
Yeah,
blocks it.
that's what I was
So
thinking. But yeah, you can say, of course, I would always say that you're gonna win, but I will say like 65 to 35 odds in your favor?
I think that's fair. I'd say more 70, but
Yeah.
there's always a chance that I missed something or something, I feel.
Yeah, it's still your team, so you're probably gonna have like maybe a
Yeah, and it's even though it's like very strong team, I'm surprised I got a team like this strong. It's
it
still
is.
new. So
Yeah.
it it's weird. I just realized nobody picked Sun, and I just like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna pick up all the photosynthesis mods that are just really freaking strong, and then kind of just ran with it, I guess. It wasn't even my main was even the thing I wanted to do at first.
No, Sun was just not picked up, even though I think Sun is like at its peak right now.
Oh yeah, it's stupid how much they buff Sun. It's like Hell's just starving over there. All they got was Aurora Veil, and then Sun just
Yeah,
got like an entire new set of Pokemon that they can use. It's
it's insane,
unfair
yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, let's move on to the second match. This is Jospeh against Casey, I think. Yeah.
Joseph against this one I know a little bit less about because I did not prep for it yet. Obviously,
You haven't
on my
prepped for.
matchups, I could not prep for it.
Yeah,
An
the one,
interesting matchup though.
yeah. The interesting thing, of course, with Jospeh is are his three psychic types.
Mhm. Oh my
And
god, yes, three psychics. What the hell?
yeah, we noticed that too in they do different things, I guess, but still three psychic types is always
And and then his opponent has two psychic types, so this is going to be a very big match for psychic types.
for sure, for sure. And of course, because it's sand, you're very weak to like strong ground types, but
Mhm.
Joseph doesn't have a ground type, which is very nice for sand.
Oh yeah, and actually, they don't even have a ground immunity on Joseph's team. This is yeah.
They have Rotom. Oh, Joseph has a ground immunity,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Skarmory and
yeah, they have Rotom.
Cresselia. Which
Oh
is,
yeah, I'm messing up the teams, but actually, we should probably talk about which Pokemon are which teams first.
oh yeah, I've
Like,
completely forgot. All
I
right,
completely forgot about it.
Joseph's team is Sneasler, Cinderace, Deoxys Speed, Politoed, Skarmory, Cresselia, Terra, Feraligatr, Indeedee, Overquill, Electro, and Appleton.
And then Casey's team is Iron Moth, Iron Boulder, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Hatterene, the Rotom Wash, Amoonguss, Dondozo, Porygon Z, Spidops. Porygon Z is also their Terra Captain. I forget which type it is. Um,
It's
Probably
a
like
ghost, normal, something else. Most of the time.
Ghost Normal, something else.
Ghost normal
Let me
flying, I
just
think.
look it up real quick. Yeah, probably it's probably that. Yeah, Ghost Normal Flying, and then Spidops, which is also their Terra type, Bug, Steel, and Ghost. And then finally, I completely forgot what this thing is called, Dracolock.
Dracolock, yeah. Dracolock is a very
And
underrated pick.
really, I mean, I don't know as much about like the mons that were made in last two like games, but I mean, it is I guess still a fast dragon type.
It's just a fast dragon type for 1 point that can just set up screens and maybe get lucky with like a cursed
Yeah,
body and then just
that is
make something
actually
else to like SD
yeah,
up and
that's pretty good actually.
yeah, it's pretty
And
strong.
actually, it could be really good this matchup with with the plethora of psychic types that are that are on the field. Also, Joseph's team is a little weird with like Polito, but like almost no field
Yeah,
options.
we talked about that, like Overquill, Swift Swim, and maybe Feraligatr, but then it just
Yeah,
ends.
but it's like their speed tiers are so good like already. I don't see the reason to have that speed control, but I mean, each teach their own. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe they'll prove that this team is absolutely bonkers and go absolutely
Yeah,
crazy with it. But I
those
think
those U-turns are gonna hit though.
mhm,
Like five
yeah, like
five things with the U-turn. That's
yeah,
rough.
five things with U-turn. Not even like the only thing that resists it is like the Skarmory, the Sneasler, and the Cinderace, which are not exactly Pokemon that like being U-turned on, I feel. Other than
No.
like maybe Cinderace.
Yeah. It's very tough. And also like three of the psychic types, yeah. And no having no ground type as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
Iron Boulder, Tyranitar,
Rotom Wash could go crazy in this matchup, I feel.
it can go great because his
Like,
only grass type is Appleton. Oh no, it's in Lactose also
and
grass.
Hisuian Electrode, I think they have to bring the Electrode for that Rotom, because I think Rotom could do some good work here. And Tyranitar too, due to the psychic types.
Yeah. Tyranitar really goes crazy. And I
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also like the speed tiers, they have a lot of fast mons, and head can be a great trick room setter as well. Just go Don Bozo, Tyranitar trick room.
Yeah.
You can really screw them over.
Yep. And do they even have like a way of dealing with that Dondozo other than like a Hisuian Electrode or something like that?
So on the left, maybe Appleton with like lowering its special defense and two-shotting it, I think.
Yeah. To be fair, Appleton could actually do pretty well this matchup, I think.
Yeah,
With all like the ground type and stuff like that.
Appleton is
Make it
very
really
good,
physically effective.
but that's why I think like Iron Moth also comes.
But yeah, I don't know. Moth could be crazy here. It's just problem is with all the psychic types and stuff, but at +1 the sync could absolutely demolish like the Cresselia is not gonna like to have a substitute set up on it, I don't think.
Is it weak to Psychic? Yes, it is, right? Yeah. It's like
That is.
Poison Fire or something like that. Yeah, it's Poison Fire,
Mhm.
yeah. I
Like if that
still,
Cresselia gets weakened, it's like
yeah,
Iron Moth is crazy.
definitely like maybe it's like booster energy speed and it can really go crazy like Fire Dance and even if it get that buff or like I don't think it has Quiver Dance, but or the Calm Mind or something like that or Agility, that really can buff off.
Mm. Like I think Sneasler could do really well though for Jospeh. Like I don't think there's a great amount of switch-ins other than maybe the Amoonguss.
Yeah, I would say
Great
Fungus.
against the
Yeah.
like it comes just because of the fact that Sneasler exists, but because of all the psychic types, it's a bit difficult to 100% justify it. But I think that Sneasler's just a bit too scary for K.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still think KC kind of has a better matchup here. Tyranitar does too much, I think. Hatterene, has too many options, I think. Even like Excadrill can, I mean, Excadrill gets stopped by Skarmory, but then Skarmory is completely walled by like Rotom Wash, so
Yeah. The thing I see like with KC is like maybe two Pokemon he can't really bring, maybe like Porygon or Spidops, like his Starry Captain. He can still bring them of course, but it's like so many mons he can bring, which makes it very scary to prep for Joseph.
oh yeah, Jospeh has to prep like really well, I think. The Axis speed could do really well with like the hazard stack and stuff like that, and the fact that it's so fast. But um, like
Yeah.
other than that, what does it do? I guess like if it's offensive, it could do some damage because it's still fast as hell and it sets up or something. If it has setup moves, it could do good damage, I think. But I still think Casey has this matchup pretty much unlocked.
Yeah.
Like we haven't even talked about the rain stuff and like the rain versus sand stuff, but it's like the rain core that Jospeh has is just so weak, I feel.
Yeah. I don't think it suits this team very well.
No, it doesn't.
Polytoad can be something else and will be very much better.
Yeah, but I mean, there's another rain team, so it's difficult to get those options.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I think Casey has like 60 to 40 odds, I would say.
I'd
65.
say more, I'd say, yeah, 65, 70%.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to Mrmag vs Buffie? Yeah. So for Mrmag, it's Garchomp, Metagross, Meowscarada, Ceruledge, and Nemersterian, Swampert, Frost, Weezing, Rillaboom, Lantern, and Kamala.
And on Buffy's team, it's Iron Valiant, Hirachi, um, Ogerpon Water, Mamoswine, Mandibuzz, Haxorus, Rotom Heat, the Quillfish, Houndstone, Dodrio, and then finally the Goat Trapinch.
Yeah. Um, I think the transactions Mrmag did are very good for his team. I think he changed something for Weezing, which is very good. What he did.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. It
I
was
think
a really good.
I think Iron Valiant goes pretty well here though.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really kind of stops it is the Metagross, but it has to guess which set Iron Valiant's gonna be, and if it guesses wrong, it's gonna be a rough day, I think.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
Enamor still could do well too, if it's not like a Thunderbolt or something. I think what's his name again? The Garchomp team. It's
Mrmag, yeah.
Mrmag. Like I think if they bring a Metagross plus an Amorous, like it can maybe shut down that Iron Valiant decently well, but it's tough to say, like because um, it's still an Iron Valiant, and if it gets going, it's just gonna keep on going, you know.
Yeah, true. Do you think Mamoswine can come this game for the guard jump?
It's difficult because um Mac has like so many, you know, levitate users and stuff like that. Like Rotom Frost, unless he brings a rock move, I think kind of just beats it out and stuff. And
Yeah,
then you have Rillaboom and stuff that just gets rid of like earthquakes and stuff. So it's a bit tough to say. It's still a mammal. It's still gonna hit hard with just Icicle Crash anyways. But I think in general it kind of gets it's like it's good here and then it's just doesn't do a lot in another with other Pokemon that
yeah.
exist.
Also,
So some
Wellspring is very good here, in my opinion. I really like it
yeah.
though.
Mhm. Like bring the only thing that really stops it is like the you know the Rillaboom or something. I think if it gets like a +2, it can actually go crazy because it outspeeds everything except for the Meowscarada.
Yeah, and it's just like you can Horn Leech, I could Glitchel. Maybe it doesn't get U-turn. I think it gets U-turn,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe some sort of setup move just to counter
Swords
that.
Dance mainly.
You can also run like bring Quillfish instead because this only grounded poison is Weezing, and that means you don't have can run Levitate Weezing. And
Yeah.
Rabbit Spin, it's Kamala, and Kamala's not like the best of the best at
Oh wait, yeah, they don't have a lot of hazard removal, eh? I mean,
no.
does Weezing get defog?
No, only Galarian gets it for some reason. I think
The the British ones again.
the British,
They had for some reason.
the British get it. Yeah,
Yeah, but like I think defensively, Mag does really well.
yeah,
Is I think it just kind of if they bring the right mons, it kind of shuts down. I think Haxorus can do a lot of damage, but then Enamorus is there, and then but a Pokemon that I've just realized that could be really strong is Cerulege. Cerulege could do a lot of damage, except for like maybe Mandibuzz and
yeah.
stuff, and like the Rotom Heat. But even then, it's like actually Rotom Heat does really well too in this matchup. I think.
I also think the special attackers are very good in both cases because both cases like the best special offensive thing they have is like 107, both Rotoms.
Oh yeah, that's well, I mean, you have like every special defensive mon except for like Florges, so
Yeah,
you got the Goodra, you got
the
the
Blissey.
Blissey, like crazy, and then you even have the one that gets rid of the special attack of their opponents. Like you just didn't let any special defensive mons on for anybody.
Mm-hmm. I also think like
But yeah,
uh, only Mandibles is their only like way of hazard removal for Buffy side as well. So it could be like a spike hazard war going on.
and I think if it's like spikes and stuff, I think Mac would have the advantage because of the fact that they have so many mons that don't touch the ground, and if they just bring boots on the ones that are like weak to rocks and stuff, they could, you know, they could kind of wear down
Yeah,
Buffy throughout the game.
yeah, that's true. I would still say it's pretty even. I think it's 50-50 in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I think it's very close. I think Mac has a slight advantage due to the fact that they just have I think better defensive options other than like on the special side, but I think they can really do solid if they just have a really strong game plan and if they follow it, I think they could really just wear down their opponents. So I think it's like very close, 55-45 or something like that.
Yeah, it's a close game. I'm excited for this one.
Mhm.
Right. The next one is between Eamb and Kikz, I think. And on Eamb teams, he has Great Tusk, Menifee, Clefable, Mew, Hydra Apple, Talonflame, Whizzing Galar, Mimikyu, Terra Minor, and Terra Yenmega.
And on wait, what's the other players
Kikz, I
what's
think it's
the
his
other
name.
player? Oops, okay. Oh yeah, this is this is the team they inherited after yeah.
The
Okay,
incident.
anyways, yeah, the incident. Anyways, they have Alolan Ninetales, Slowking Galar, the Beartic, the Baxcalibur, Electivire, Latios, Volcanion, Donphan, Bisharp, Hisuian Quillfish, which is a Terra type, and then finally the Driplim, which is also their Terra captain.
Alright.
On this,
I think Snow just goes crazy, right? Like, one Ice Resist in Menifee,
oh yeah, just one ice resist. That's rough for this matchup.
and yeah, Steel. You also have like Electrified that, which is very annoying
Mm,
because, yeah, what does he do against Excalibur?
ice type. Yeah, what does he do against Baxcalibur? Clefable,
Clefable?
I guess. Like,
Yeah,
no where Clefable, but then it's like,
you have like Slowking in the back. Just take that
mm,
one on. And
yep,
like,
like Sulking just shuts down that Clefable.
I
And
guess,
unaware Clefable has much less options.
I guess you could maybe go like Booster Energy Speed, Great Tusk, but then Larios just walls.
Hmm.
I
I
mean,
mean, knockoff is a thing, but
yeah, Ice Spinner knockoff are a
like,
thing, but
I don't think it one shots.
no, I think it still lives, and then it's outspeeds as well. Maybe that goes Scarf, and you can just outspeed everything.
Yeah, I think if like, I think the best way to use Tusk would be to get like maybe attack boost and then try to get a +1 speed and then try to do some damage. But it's just not a good matchup for not his name, but
No, Amp, yeah,
not a good match for them. Yeah, and it's like the speed tiers don't help much. I mean, he's got
no,
the Ponyta is the fastest Pokemon. I do think Talonflame does have an okay matchup here because it is a fire type.
yeah,
But then you have things like the Donphan that kind of wall it and the the Latios that kind of don't take a lot of damage from it. It's a rough matchup for Emp just because of the fact they just don't have a way of dealing with those ice types.
yeah. I think Hyra Apple can't come. It just can't. It just loses immediately.
Yeah, imagine bringing Hydrapple to this matchup. That'd be absolutely insane.
Ice Shard, I think, kills it. Or it's really bulky, I guess. Like,
It's very bulky, so I don't think Ice Shard kills it, but it's just like you just spam Freeze Dry on this team and it just dies.
yeah, Freestyle. Does anyone get Freestyle on this team?
Yeah, Ninetales.
Oh yeah, Ninetales goes like behind Auroraville. You just like DD once, and what then?
You can even just set. I think Ninetales gets like Carmine or Nasty Plot and could just go crazy.
And even yeah, nice spell as well. Ninetales can go just offensively as well. Yeah, that's true. No steel types to
It's like
punish it.
when you exactly, it's like if there was a steel type, it would be a bit of a different story, but there's no steel types to talk about, so
Yeah,
it's a bit rough.
it's very rough. I think yeah, I think Kikz has this one. I think if you just bring snow, it's gonna be very hard to deal with. Very, very hard.
Mm. He just has to like keep the pressure going the entire match, and I think he can just wear down his opponent. Even if
Yeah,
he doesn't get like a sweep or anything, he just keep on pushing the advantage. Because it's just a bad matchup for Emp.
yeah, for sure.
I'd say this matchup is like close to 90 and or 10-90 or something like that.
Yeah, we're basing this off the teams, by the way, not the players. But I
Mhm.
think looking
Yeah,
at
no.
both teams, I think it's going like 85, 815 for this one. It's just,
It's
I
just
mean,
rough. Just the first 4 Pokemon that Kikz has is just so oppressive against Emp's
yeah,
team.
you can't really break through.
Nope.
All
And
right.
then you just bring like Donphan and Latios, and it's like, what do they do?
Yeah. This is Aryan vs Assassin. For Aryan's team, he has Geo, Okapon, Heatflame, Archidon, Azumarill, Cleavor, Clodsire, Jolteon Terra, Mismagius Terra, Iron Threats, and Verzion.
And then the other person's team. I always forget the names. I'm really horrible with names. That's my bad. Okay. Assassin's team has Landorus, Incarnate, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Heatran, Raging Bolt, Screamtail, Decidueye, Ambipom Terra, Rock, Lycanroc Terra, Muck, and then finally Greninja.
Landorus Sweeps, pretty much.
But yeah, kind of. Like the only thing that stops it is really that actually, to be fair, the Jolteon kind of stops it, and the Azumarill can kind of Aqua Jet and Revenge Killer and stuff. But
Yeah,
and Miss Magis can kind of come in and stuff because and Landorus Incarnate doesn't really have an option to hit it. But it's like they could also just bring like physical Landorus or something.
yes, they still have other mons, but like Landorus destroys like half of their team.
Yep, destroys the Chi-Yu, does a lot of damage to that Ogre Pond. Our Caledon doesn't take a hit well from it. It's just like it's a rough,
Yeah,
and it's a good matchup for Landorus.
that one speed matters so much against you. It's so big. And also,
Imagine Chi-Yu at like 110. That'd be
that would be
diabolical.
that wouldn't be banned, I guess, because there's so much big difference, 110 and 100 for you. What I do feel with Iron's team, I discussed this in the Power Rank as well. It feels like his team is rain slash sun without rain slash sun setters. That's the
Yeah,
vibe.
it's like you've got the Chi-Yu, you've got the Ogre Pond, Hard Flame that get the boost from the fire attacks, and it's just like no sun, and then you got Azumarill and Arcaludon, it's just no rain.
And also Jolteon. It seems like a good rain team, but it's not. And it's not a
Yeah.
good sun team as well.
Well, somebody has the Polito, that would be the other rain setter, so
Yeah, of course. But I think he could grab it. I think someone he got Polydot in transaction, so it was just available in the draft.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's
it's still scary because the only thing that resists ground attacks are Virizion and Mismagius.
mhm.
And he still has like does
Everything
he
else takes control.
yeah. He still has like the Decidueye to hit those, I guess. And other things. But
Screamtail could do. Actually, Screamtail is not great this matchup. Never mind. I don't think. I don't know
it's
much about Screamtail, so
I don't know much about Screamtail. I do know I really like Raging Bolt, but is it the greatest matchup sadly?
it's. I think it's fine. Like I think I don't think anything outright kills it, but I don't think it outright kills anything either.
It's just
Like the
scary
Azumarill is
to
kind of very.
it's just scary to use those moves because it's probably something like Thunderclap, Thunderbolt, Draco, or Dragon Pulse, and it just threats balls those things. You have like Volt Absorb, Jolteon, you have Clodsire, Archidon, just those things just really take a hit well.
So something that I think could do really well is a Assault Vest Arcaludon. I think that could do pretty solid this matchup. I think.
That's true. It's very because it can take a hit, yeah.
Take hits from like the landers and then fire back a big hit or something like that. Like the only thing that would be able to outright kill it is like your Shifu. And her Shifu single strike actually seems to have a really solid matchup here too.
Yeah. Because it gets Aqua Jet now, right? And I
So it's
think
just like
Aqua Jet
rough.
Aqua Jet Bandit almost just annihilates you already.
Hmm. I do think our Ogerpon could do some good damage though. Ogerpon Heart Flame in this matchup due to the Mold Breaker.
Yeah, for sure. Mold Breaker is very strong.
especially on Ogrepon. It's crazy.
Yeah, on Ogopan, yeah, for sure. What else? Yeah, I think it's a very game.
Very close matchup.
It's a very close matchup, of course, but I would still say Assassin gets it from 60-40 in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's close. I just think that they have more threats and more ways to win than forget their name again. My God.
Aryan.
Yeah. So it's just I think just the variety of ways that they can win over their opponent, I think is better. But this is a very close matchup. Like defensively, none of them can really do anything against each other, I don't think.
No, it's gonna be a very whoosh better, hyper offensive player, I
Yeah.
guess. Let's
It's
move
like
on.
who's gonna be able to get their game plan going
Yeah,
first, pretty much. Gonna
because
be
like
ended in like 30 turns or less.
yeah, it's gonna be a quick game, I think. Or we're gonna see some stall, but I'm very certain it's not. All right. I mean,
Do
this
you
is
wanna
my
do you wanna say do you wanna say your team?
yeah. I want to see my team. You go first with
Okay,
Capital's team.
just got it. Whose team?
Capital, I think is his name. I mean, I'm not the best pronouncer.
Yeah, Capital. Something like that. So Capital has the Spectrier, the Tornadus Therian, Hisuian Zorark, Slowking Scizor, Sylveon, Iron Leaves, Ditto, Dragapult Terra, and then Frostmoth Terra.
In my team, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name.
Petrorent?
Petarant, yeah. I have Petarant, I have Tinglu, I have Palafin, Kilrototera, Goodraisuian, Slitherwin, Delphox, Quaogno, Blissey, Alcremie, and Kremert. I mean, I'm number one Spectre hater. I'm like the biggest Spectre hater. I think
Uh,
it's S. I
Someone
think
is
it's,
so good in Someone's so good in like OU and like ladder, but it's so shit in the in draft. It's so bad.
I don't see it's so boring as well. It's like, it
Yeah,
doesn't,
it's Shadow Ball and it has Nasty Plot, and that is it.
most of the
And it
time
got Draining Kiss.
you run Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Nasty Plot, maybe a Sub, maybe a Wisp. And those are like the moves. And then I look at
Lots of like
Blissey
gifts.
and I see like, what does it do?
Exactly. Physical Spectrier, like yeah, right.
I mean, go ahead. That means my other Pokemon just win.
Yeah, and in general, the Blissey and Gudra kind of shut down their team. They don't
Yeah,
have any special attackers. Like that Scissor is gonna have to come just because of the fact that then Petroran kind of shuts it down, and then Iron Leaves can. I think Iron Leaves is like their biggest way of winning in this matchup. I think,
yeah. They just need a
and
physical
especially like,
attacker.
and like it can do a lot of damage. I think against your team, mainly because after +1 it outspeeds everything, and then you can actually do some really good damage.
Yeah,
But
that's
in
true.
general, if that's the only, if you have to rely on an Iron Leaves to win your matchup, I think there's a bit of an issue.
Yeah, there's still Kudra can still wall of Iron Leaf's moves because I think it has like Leaf Blade, Psy Blade, but after that, what does it have?
I think it does get a fighting move though, considering it is a it's part of the like the
Yeah,
sacred sword.
it's,
I don't remember what the hell they're called, but
yeah, that's real, I guess. But I think you never one shot a Kudra. That's just normal. Maybe with Bandit, but then you're limiting yourself too much with a Ghost type.
mhm. They have two ghost types too, which is when I saw that I'm like, why would you
Yeah,
have those two at the same time? It's just weird.
it's
I mean, we're
like
not here to judge the drafts, but
no, we did that in PRs as well. I was like, I like Zora Kasumi a lot. I like its gimmick, but it just doesn't suit this team because, I mean, it's just built for just to dodge everything except for dark types. But when your main guy is also weak to dark types,
I know I saw that Hisui and Zorak was just a bit too expensive for how good it is. But I mean, I'm also new to this format, so
I'm
I
also
don't know.
new.
I haven't seen it much. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about defensively how well your team does and kind of just shuts down your opponent. But offensively, I think, um, like offensively, you don't do super amazing, but you just kind of have to beat them down, like just beat them down with a stick or something. Because I don't think you do incredibly in terms of damage, but I think you just kind of wear them down. You know, Palafin can do some good damage here and there, and um, you know,
Yeah,
Slitherwing. I don't think Slitherwing come. I mean, look, it's your team, so
I
I
haven't
don't know.
looked at this. No.
You know, you haven't looked at it yet. Like, well, then we, I guess you're gonna figure out some ideas of how to prep from this. Then,
Yeah, the only thing I see like his most offensive mon is Scissor with 100.
hmm
I mean that's okay, but if I just run like one Fire Punch on something,
yeah,
it also
like put
just
Fire Blast on Buffy or something.
yeah, it just eats. Because that you need the Iron Leaves and Scissor to win against Blissey and Gudra, but when you know
Yep.
one of them, because I can just run Flamethrower, and it's gonna be very scary for them to do it on Gudra.
And even Delphox, actually, just realized Delphox kind of beats them both. So
Yeah, Delphox also with a
it's
Dara, it's very strong.
mhm. And also their speed tiers are just kind of off. It's like 104, then 65.
Yeah, that means like I could probably go like more defensively into Palafin or something like bulk up Palafin is or
Yeah.
max HP Palafin is more thing.
And if you like want to bring Slitherwing or something like that, you can go straight like bulk, like
Yeah,
offense and like
because
back.
Sliving is already pretty bulky already. I think it's not
Mhm.
like the worst. It's
Well,
less like
it's a Proto-Synesis mon. They're all like 550 base stats, so
yeah, it's crazy.
it's such a dumb ability. I kind of hate it in a way. It's just, oh yeah, you get on the field when there's Sana around or you have this specific item. Here's a +1
I don't get it
to
because
one of your stats.
I
So
don't
dumb.
I don't see the vision with Scream Tail just boosting it. I don't see how that works just in general.
Mhm. Like I mean, I guess it was hotter back like when they were, you know, alive. Like back then it was a lot hotter, but it's just like I don't know, man. It just feels a bit weird that they get a boost.
Yeah, the lore
You have the
of
Iron Mons getting it, but
yeah,
not the Protoss Mons. Anyways, whatever. It's how they decided to design the
we cannot change it
Pokemon.
sadly.
Yeah, sadly. But I'm
Uh,
happy about it because I got a broken ass team. But yeah,
yeah, true. And also,
currently I'm happy.
what I think of my team is I can run maybe I haven't really thought about it, but if I just run Tinglu with like spikes and stealth rocks, it forces him or to run a lot of boots or to go Defox Scissor, which also ruins you because you want to go more offensively.
Hmm.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah, Ting goes thing we haven't even talked about, but Ting Lu also Gaiden goes crazy here. Is it just like what kills it? The Scissor with superpower, or maybe the Sylveon with hyper voice? But then it's like, oh, Blissey comes in on the Sylveon and Toxic Scissor or something.
yeah, it's so
It's
scary.
just it's a difficult matchup for your opponent, I think. I think this is another one that I'm gonna say it's like 90-10 in your favor.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like 80-20 because
Mhm.
there's still always something I'm missing because I'm not like perfect, but like Ditto can do something maybe, but
Oh yeah,
it's
Ditto could I mean your team is not super offensive though, so
yeah. And if I just don't bring a setup mod, I don't think Ditto is that
Mhm.
strong.
And even then if you bring like bulk up Palafin, it's like Ditto
Yeah.
doesn't really do much against him anyways.
All right. This is Landoheimer's vs Crystal. Landoheimer has Goldango, Kaleidoscore, Glamora, Ogre Arcanine, Brugbonet, Heracross, Cloyster, Vikavolt, Duraludon, and Granbull.
And then Crystal has Iron Bundle, Landorus, Pelipper, Zapdos, Garganacl, the Rabombi, um, Toxicroak, Terra, Breloom, Fortress, Terra, and then finally Barraskewda. And to be
Yeah,
honest, I think this is actually the best matchup of the week because I genuinely don't see like
yeah,
one
I
thing that is interesting though is the speed
yeah.
differences.
You can go pretty bulky Iron Bundle actually here. Same goes with
Iron Bundle's already decently bulky, so
Yeah, and I also feel like um, I mean Lendoheimer can always go hazards because I don't only think Fortress gets something.
Fortress has a rapid spin.
Yeah,
Actually, Crystal has a lot of ways to get rid of hazards, like Pelipper and Zapdos. Actually, I don't know if Pelipper still probably does. And then like Fortress and stuff like that, they can all get rid of the hazards.
defog. Zapdos doesn't have defog anymore,
Oh, it doesn't get defog anymore?
and I don't think Pelipper has defog anymore.
Oh, they gutted that move from everything, but they kept it on Conkeldurr for some reason. And
Yeah,
Rebon absolutely can defog away rocks.
yeah.
Like I still don't get why the hell Conkeldurr gets defog. It's so weird.
And yeah, and they like Skarmory just why does Skarmory get defog? It's like what did they do? It just
I don't
feels like a
even know what
defog.
what defog is. I don't even know what it does like in real life. What's the inspiration? But I just don't see Conkeldurr defogging things away.
Yeah,
But
but
anyways,
yeah, I think like Gliscor is very strong always, but like Bundle really counters it, and like
mhm.
Bundle also goes pretty good on Glamora because of you can just Hydro Pump or even Flip Turn does a lot still. And for
Yeah.
Coltango, you have Lando, so I feel on that aspect like Krista is maybe more of an advantage, but the hazard's still gonna be a problem.
But also, okay, like Goldango, a Landorus does not want to take a hit like a Shadow Ball from a Goldango usually, unless like it's like AV or something. So that's definitely something I think they have to be careful of. I think Goldango could actually do some pretty decent damage here. It just has to play it correctly.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't think they have
I
a
think Brute
fire type.
Bonnet. Yeah, they don't have a fire type, no.
No, they only have a
Brute,
way to hit it is it like a ground move because they only have fire or ghost type.
yeah. Brute Bonnet could do well here, I think.
For sure, for sure. That's true.
I want this is a personal preference of mine, but Brute Bonnet I've used it on ladder at some point as a specially defensive wall, and it's actually kind of good in that role for some reason. I don't know why, but put it on the Sun team, make it gain some special defense, and it kind of walls a bunch of stuff. Kind of funny actually, and
Yeah,
it could actually do decently well, I think, in this matchup because like I mean there's no Sun, which is kind of a problem, but it could it could take some hits, I think, from
if
certain things and do a lot of damage back.
if sure can. I think it's still if you can run like booster defense, it still can like heal a lot of hits. And I also
Mm.
think Secret Vault is maybe a come here just to get sticky webs up.
Oh yeah,
So
sticky webs is gonna be super necessary for Landoheimer.
yeah, because he gonna need those. But the problem is with yeah, with like you mentioned, like especially defensively, Crystal isn't that well because of like 90 special defensive highest. I think Zapdos has 90.
Mm.
And like Goldango and what else special attackers does he have? Like Glamora, Vikavolt even can run crazy over that team.
Yeah, Glamora could actually go like if you get a plus 2 on speed, and just I mean also at the same time there's rain, so that's kind of a difficult situation.
Yeah, true.
Like I think if Landoheimer's team was faster, it wouldn't it would be a more difficult. It would be a more like even matchup, but
Yeah,
I think I think Crystal just has such good speed control. Yeah, they have so much speed control.
the
Like it's
the,
crazy.
the build they can put in so many months is just crazy. You can probably go away with like maybe only Timid bundle, and that's maybe even enough, and just go max HP or something like that. You see my
Yeah,
hits, which is scary.
it's like the rain team's definitely rain has always been a scary archetype, but with a bundle there, it's just even scarier. And then
Those hurricanes and
like
from Zapdos.
I don't even think Rabombi needs to come just because of the fact that like four 3 of Crystal's Pokemon outspeed every single one of Landoheimer's Pokemon.
Yeah, I think
Which
Fortress has
is
to come, just because it's as rapid.
yes. Yeah, and I think it has to find a way to be able to deal with that Goldengo because Goldengo always comes in for free against that Fortress.
Yeah, and I do feel how many knockoff mons does um Ogerpon gets it, and Heracross gets it, and maybe Gliscor? I don't know if Gliscor got it.
Yeah, Gliscor gets it. I'm now since the CDC I've counted so many times how many Pokemon have knockoff. Like I don't ever want to go in another team without knockoff.
Yeah,
It is brutal.
because if he just runs all boots, like Boots Bundle for sure, Boot Zapdos, like Boot Fortress, what does he can stack up like Toxic Spikes maybe with Glamora, but if he just runs only boots, I don't
If it
see.
only runs boots and no knockoff, it's like what does Landoheimer do? Thankfully they do have knockoff.
Yeah, I think like Gliscor or Ogerpon and Heracross, you have to bring for sure one or two of those. Just
Yeah, yep. I think Gliscor and Ogerpon come Gliscor for like Zapdos or something like that, cause or even the Garganacl, cause or else those things kind of just
yeah,
are issues either defensively or offensively. I think Brute Bonnet also has to come along,
yeah, and probably
stuff like that.
Goldango to a trick maybe to get those AVD boots off as well, like trick
Hmm.
specs.
It's an interesting matchup for sure. I think just because of the fact that like Lando, it's like Landoheimer is like has so many options for hazards, but and Crystal just doesn't have a lot of options to get rid of them. But at the same time, the speed and the offense that Crystal can bring forward, I think if they just play it offensively, I think they could really do some big damage before the Landoheimer can get their game going.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's
I
still
think it's
close.
really
I think it's still
yeah.
close, but I'm gonna have to say 55 to 45 for Crystal.
I'll go more like 65 Crystal, 35 for Landoheimer, just because I think Crystal's gonna have an easier time getting their game going over Landoheimer, just because Irene is such an offensive archetype. But Landoheimer, if they play their cards right and they really get their game going, just completely stonewall their opponent. I think the longer the match goes, the more likely Landoheimer is to win.
Yeah,
So
but I do think lead bundle just there's no answer to lead bundle.
nope,
What
there
do you
really
lead against?
isn't.
What do you lead against bundle? I think almost everything dies if higher
Like
pump.
Cloister maybe,
Cloister.
and then
It doesn't freeze, right? Just kill it because it has
I mean it
45 special defense. 45,
yeah, it's
45 and
complete
50.
garbage special defense. Even Duraludon does not have great special defense, so
No, they just
tough.
die. Yeah, it's,
Yeah. So
it's tough. It's tough. Bundle just goes nuts. I don't see an answer for bundle.
I mean the only way you'd beat lead bundle is like focus Sash Glamour or something like that.
Yeah, but what does it do back against bundle?
Well, Power Gem.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But you probably just flip turn always if you see more.
Yeah, most likely.
But yeah, I think we have done the Pickems for week one.
Yep.
I think we're the only div with Pickems, but I'm
Showing that
for
we're the best division.
we are the best division. But yeah,
Exactly.
uh, don't forget to schedule your games. And yeah, good luck
Mhm.
in your matches, everyone.
Yep.